to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So Alabama's offense is up first today. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl at modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. And Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful
play. Oh, boy. The guy made me laugh last night.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff. It's Young. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Offense getting set. It's second down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Second down, we're going to throw it. He pulls it in for a big gain. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receiver. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great.
Airing this one out toward the sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of design.
Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. That sack sets up a second down and very long. From the shotgun, drops back. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, tied. You come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. The coverage team able to bring him down. So the Hurricanes offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Offense operating from the pistol. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Yeah, can I help you? Okay, yeah, I just spoke with Shelby. She should have called you. Wind up canceling. I said I had spoke with Shelby. Wound up canceling. All right, thank you. Cash,
Want
hush.
to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch.
Cash.
But right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Here's the second down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Oh, another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Hey, dude. I got balls on you.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moving right down the field for a touchdown. Fresh set down to the offense, first down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Get that white boy off of him. Get that white boy off of him.
The catch is made.
Get that white boy off of him.
Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Cash, chill out.
The Tide offense line up here on first and goal. And the back now goes in motion. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Handoff from the shotgun. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
To the air, it's Anderson. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the 3rd down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw.
Good job.
Throw and is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Touchdown, Alabama. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it's fielded. The returner trying to create good field position here. And the returner is brought down. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Play action here on 1st down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. To the air, it's Anderson. Good throw to the left. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. And the Canes will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. It's caught on the left side for a huge gain. Touchdown, Bama. This offense is still clicking.
Nothing special, Hassan. Nothing special. It's pure speed, man. Pure speed. Pure accuracy. Quarterback that's accurate, man.
He is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads
We're gonna miss that guy
zone for the 6 points.
So the try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
I'm sitting up here whipping his ass, and I'm in the process of watching the game from last night, listening to it. I'm just laughing at it. At you, Hobson, man. Talking about I found a glitch in the game, and the game cheating and all that other kind of stuff. It was really funny. You can watch my games, as you can see. I ain't doing nothing spectacular.
And the Hurricanes offense
just playing my game, man. Playing the game.
This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45.
Why is that so open?
Deep middle of this defense could come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result. I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Trying to catch the defense with the draw.
Good job.
Tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle.
Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down. The Canes will bring their punt team on the field now. He's on to boot it away now. And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. First down here for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
One play moves the ball to the 41. It'll be 1st down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
It's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's
come on.
Very quick throw.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Short connection to the tight end here.
It's taking my 4th and 4. The first one.
It's 4th down now.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down.
That's my own buddy.
That'll be a 1st down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Young. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Shotgun formation here on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team.
Oh, missed.
Field goal, no good. Misfire there, but this has been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance. The ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Now it's second down here. Dropping back, it's Anderson. Receiver makes the catch. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
The Hurricanes will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Now they run a draw play. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
The shotgun handoff here. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime. The crucial second quarter beginning right now. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Third down upcoming after that completion. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Coleman. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop. But the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that
Here's a shot toward the end zone. This one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays with this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Looking to throw. It's Anderson. Oh, that one's picked off. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They've got the lead, but had to settle for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
There you go, defense. Listen, it has not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
To the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Long enough and good. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You could see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Play action fake, looking to throw. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I mean, that's another
no joke.
I mean, we're just getting started here. First half,
Ain't that
you're
right, Coach
talking
House?
about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
The punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? Back to throw. It's Anderson. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Onto the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Discipline, discipline, discipline. That's the key to this defense right now. Great job against the jet sweep of staying out wide and not giving that receiver much room at all.
Nothing going with the running game on those 2 plays. Now it's third down and 10. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch, a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Locates the tight end. It's complete. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Getting closer, but now it's third down. Can they punch it in from the 2? On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance, try to get that touchdown.
It's 4th and goal. Forget the chip shot. They're going for it on 4th down. Decision to go for it doesn't work out this time. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field.
about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here?
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay.
Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
The Hurricanes will have to kick it away. And he's on for his 5th punt of the day now. And the ball is away from inside the 10. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Pulls it in. It's Jennings. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Most offensive coaches will be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man coverage, but I'm curious to see if they're going to test this DB again after that coverage.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning. You've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Caught near the goal line. Can't get to the end zone. They'll spot the ball at the 2. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. And the field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Real quick.
Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead. Bringing it out, it's Sanders. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Miami offense is back on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Breaks loose at the 40. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Good, nice job.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Anderson. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
The Canes will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Returner decides to fair catch this. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Offense protecting the lead here, but they've been playing so well. Let's see if they go for more before halftime. Makes a quick grab.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And he's got it! A diving catch way downfield. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Oh, gosh.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the 2nd half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Minutes going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. That's it for us from our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's head back to Chris and Kirk for the exciting conclusion of this one, where we'll find out who is moving on in the CFP.
Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sanders. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Hurricanes offense offense retakes the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Looking to throw. It's Anderson. Receiver makes the catch. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. It's nice execution to pick up the first down. Little curl route, Kirk, against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense where he wanted them, created an opening in that defense, and then he made a great throw for that first down.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
On first down, it's play action. Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
After the sack on first down, it's second down. And he'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Man, when you get into this big a game on this kind of stage in the second half and you're trailing, you just cannot afford to put the ball on the ground. The defense is attacking, trying to get the ball out. They do. Ball's on the ground, and this could be the end of the game.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? Inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And the defense joins the party with a pick six.
We talked to him during the week, and he told me he was a high school corner. And I can see why. He's got tremendous ball skills to make that play and then to be able to take it all the way back for a touchdown. Just outstanding.
Nice.
See if they can convert the point after. And there's the point after. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick six. Can they recover from that right now? From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Two backs now flanking the quarterback. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And looking for a big play here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Can they pick up the first on the ground? After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. Running it back, it's Washington. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They are really in a hole here, and that turnover in the last possession did not help. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They lose yards on first down, so second and long from the 16. Back to throw. It's Anderson. Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown for the U. It was a foot race, and he won it.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
Like, this game not over.
And now the try here for the extra point. And it's good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. He's picked for a third time tonight. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Yeah, stop.
Defensive score.
Good fucking touchdown.
The takeaway and the touchdown. That is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
You know, making into the end zone for 2, cutting the lead to 15. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. First down, looking to throw the football. Downfield shot, ball's incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, he's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. To try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. But the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw it again. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Touchdown, Miami. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
This is not over.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner looking to create better field position. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here being able to contain that run game, helping just get 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Okay. See,
2nd down play coming up for this offense.
He didn't work today, so he's trying to find his money to get on the road.
He'll toss it to the back. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back.
So you got everything ready to go.
That offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Hey, put your mom in. Let me know when you get up,
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Looks like Alabama will have the 1st down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, and no offense is ever...
He's going for a big play downfield. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown. Tie. That's another strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the PAT makes it a 15-point lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Bringing it out. It's Sanders. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking for his big tight end. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Short return tackle made at the 27. A crucial takeaway.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And then first down, they go right back to him. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Young. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. And they stop him just short, but defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
How impressive these guys been up front.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Hey, it's 1st and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner looking to make a play here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. The Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Anderson. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Touchdown, Alabama. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Alabama. Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Quick completion to the tight end. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. First down and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. They don't pick up the blitzers, and it's a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
After the loss on first down, it's second and long from the 22. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. A tough situation with the offense. Third and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Looking downfield, it's Anderson. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Canes. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Now, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. A beautiful, balanced drive. Reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. But he stopped short of the first down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Not a long return, but changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator playing with the lead.
So you found out any more news?
Throwing the football, I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. The offense starts with excellent field position. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Hey, what's up, Sanchez? What's going on, man?
You don't want to waste this good field position, but
nah, just sitting here chilling. What's happening?
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down.
Not yet.
This one's going to fall.
I was going to call him today.
Brings up 4th
Got
down.
off work.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Yeah.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down.
Right.
Hit as he threw. He's going deep here.
Man.
Oh, grabs it near the sideline. It's a huge gain. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. He's back to throw again on second down.
So it's definite that she is coming, huh?
And that one is incomplete. They tried a deep ball with time running out in the third quarter, but it doesn't work. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. With 3 quarters in the books, with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. He's going to take another shot right here. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Touchdown, Bama. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Spot in the net.
Is it military?
This defense is being shredded. Kirk, what can we do differently to stop this guy?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I would just keep trying to come up with double coverage or blitzing, something to try to slow down not just the receiver, but got to pressure the quarterback. But right now, the receiver's just in a zone. Sometimes you get into that spot, and it's so hard to get you out of it. Right now, if I were this quarterback, keep throwing him the rock.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more.
Right, so he was still in the military, though?
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give
Never got out.
a chance to bring this one back.
Okay.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. They're looking for the end zone here, no doubt. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. To throw, it's Anderson. It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5.
Wow.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Probably still got to do with the captain. I mean, you know, they ain't going to be able to do it without it.
Sack makes it second down and forever.
And really, it would be, you know, Jimmy.
They're going to run it here.
Jimmy, it would be, you know, Jimmy, because he's the captain right now.
Of the first down marker.
But
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice game like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance.
It would make sense. But like I told you, knowing Jimmy, Jimmy did that shit to the offense already won't get it to us in New Orleans. So I know that I don't think, you know, it probably wouldn't been different. I don't know if he understood the reasons why. You know, it just didn't make sense for him.
Down multiple possessions, easy choice. They're going to run the option. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as he tried to cut into this lead.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on fourth down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They bring him down after a gain. Looks like those
all right, bro.
First down.
Well, this guy did
Okay, we'll do.
everything that he could to try to get to that first down marker. It looks like he's just going to be inches short, and it's decision time for the offensive coordinator and head coach.
So out comes the field goal team one more time. This kicker has been busy today. He's made 3 already. And it's good. And they add to their lead.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4th and inches, pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. The returner is brought down. It's a starter for the next drive. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. 2nd down after that previous play. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Outstanding field position to begin this drive. In the red area, it's Young.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Touchdown, tie, and the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Miami offense is back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. To throw, it's Anderson. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the 1st half. They go right back to him again. We can see the 2nd half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put his safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in and down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. On the run, it's Young. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Play action fake. Looking to throw. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Here's another interception. We're losing track. And he's got some open field ahead. That's a potential game changer. The pick and the big return.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And he's got it. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. That last catch, Kirk, puts him over 150 receiving yards in the game. Let's start checking the record books. This guy's making a push.
Yeah, and it really doesn't matter what the defensive coordinator calls, whether they play man, whether they play zone. The quarterback has been able to find this guy all day long for such a huge day.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handing off on the draw play. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And the Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. And is intercepted. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They tackle him about the 14. So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year. And it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Coleman. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Crucial third down play after that completion. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45, a solid gain.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
And that's a solid game for the defense, able to bring him down.
Well, this guy's been a lot of fun to watch today, showing a lot of ability to get outside with speed, some toughness between the tackles. Now he's well over 100 yards, and a big part of the reason this team's going to advance to the next round.
Offense moving to a bunch formation. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Now here's the toss play. Breaks loose at the 40. An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25.
I mean, it seems like every time this guy touches the ball, it's another big gain. This poor defense, it's just not been their day at all. What a dominant performance by this offense on the other hand.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. He hands it off from the gun. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
Trying the run, it's Young. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.